Every year, millions of students walk into an exam hall only to find out hours later that their test has been canceled. The paper leaked. Months of intense preparation, totally wasted, leaving a massive dent in the public's trust of the education system. It is easy to point fingers at corrupt officials or rogue testing centers when this happens, but this is not actually a problem of individual morality. It is a predictable, mathematical outcome of a broken physical supply chain. This chart maps leak probability over time. If a physical paper is printed weeks before the test, the risk is never zero. The current footprint is massive. Printing facilities, secure trucks, and strong rooms. Every day in storage adds another vulnerability. Securing a multi-week physical supply chain across thousands of miles is an impossible logistical task. To actually solve the problem, we have to eliminate the physical lifespan of the exam paper entirely. Risk management experts have proposed a completely different approach to secure our testing systems. They call it the Zero Leak Protocol, and it relies on shifting from physical logistics to a just-in-time, or JIT, secure printing model. The core rule of this protocol is strict. The actual physical test paper cannot exist anywhere in the world, not in a warehouse, not in a truck, not in a vault, until the very morning the students sit down to take it. By replacing a sprawling physical network with a digital just-in-time delivery system, securing an exam stops being a massive guarding task. Instead, it becomes a highly controlled, localized engineering solution. Instead of drafting a master copy, examiners build a massive digital repository. At 7 a.m. on exam morning, the server randomly builds the test paper. A small team then conducts a rapid 30-minute hygiene check, looking strictly for formatting glitches. Up until this specific 2-hour window before the exam begins, the final paper digitally did not exist. There is simply nothing for anyone to leak. The window of vulnerability drops from weeks to effectively zero. The completed audited exam file is encrypted and beamed securely to local testing centers at exactly 7:30 a.m. Each testing center maintains a ratio of 1 heavy-duty printer for every 50 candidates. Operating a redundant fleet with dedicated battery backups ensures that if one machine jams or power fails, the network instantly reroutes the load, preventing bottlenecks. By over-engineering these local printing hubs with hardware redundancy and backup power, we completely bypass the physical transport risks. We remove the trucks and the storage vaults without introducing new mechanical points of failure at the test center. Returning to the final panel of our protocol diagram, the execution phase lands precisely at 9 a.m. Students sit down and receive fresh, on-site printed exams. The entire transit risk has been completely eliminated. Institutional critics often point to the balance sheet when discussing the solution. Deploying fleets of commercial-grade printers and installing dedicated battery backups across thousands of testing centers requires a real upfront financial investment. But look at this comparative chart breaking down the true expenses. On one side, you have the localized hardware costs. On the other side, you have the towering, compounding annual costs of the current system. We spend millions on armored transport, armed guards, the massive logistical nightmare of organizing re-exams after a leak, and the heavy institutional damage caused by a loss of public trust. We already trust encrypted digital infrastructure to handle our national elections and transfer billions of dollars through our banking systems every single day. Relying on padlocks and delivery trucks to protect a test paper is an obsolete strategy. Implementing a just-in-time digital protocol is the only mathematically defensible way to permanently close the window of vulnerability. It is time we engineer the end of supply chain leaks and guarantee that a student's merit is the only thing being tested.